Welcome to the Cavalier Sports Report. I'm your host, Chris Wright. With us in the studio today is the Cavalier men's head basketball coach, Coach Jeffers.
Hi, Chris. Good to be here.
Thanks for joining us. I appreciate it.
It's my pleasure.
You've got a great program going here on campus. This is your 21st year as head coach of the men's basketball program. And in that time, you've gotten 6 Region 6 Division II Coach of the Years. That's terrific. How does the 21st year compare to the first 20?
Well, every year is different, but you still approach it the same way. We feel like we get tremendous support here at Johnson County Community College. We feel like we really try to recruit the right kind of student athletes to fit our program. And by doing that, success kind of perpetuates itself. So that's kind of, I guess, the right people in the right place and the right kind of support, and you can do a lot of good things.
How do you feel about preseason polls? This year, before the season started, you were ranked number 17th on the NJCCC preseason poll.
Correct. And I kind of feel about preseason polls kind of like in-season or even postseason polls. I don't put a lot of stock in them. I know in 2009, when we won our second national championship, that at the end of the year, we weren't even ranked. And we went through and won a national championship, and along the way, we beat 3 of the top 5 ranked teams in the country in the postseason. So as far as polls are concerned, that's kind of like for sports information guys and the fans and even the players. They enjoy that stuff, but I kind of put more stock in what kind of improvement we're making on a daily basis.
Well, you started off pretty impressive against number 8 Penn Valley Community College and trounced them pretty good on Tuesday night.
I like the way our guys responded. As far as you try to compare teams in the past that were successful for you, I think this team compared to last year has a chance to be a lot better defensively. And I thought we generated, especially in the first half, we generated a lot of our offense from our defense. We held them to 27 first half points. They shot 37% from the floor in the first half. We had, for the game, we had 4 players in double figures, so we had a lot of balance. We had guys come off the bench and play very well for us. So, at the same time, though, we have some things we got to go work on. We got to get better at attacking the press in the second half. We got to learn how to keep key people out of foul trouble, during the game. So, but if we can duplicate the effort we got against Penn Valley the other night, then I think we're in for a good year.
Well, I was real impressed with the way the men's squad performed. It really was. You've got some standouts, Quasim Jones, Chris Brasher, Justin Leathers, and Christian Hildebrand. Some real good players that seem very consistent.
I think a lot of our guys, we do a lot of goal setting, and we do a lot of roles too. We go over whatever players' roles are going to be this year. And roles change from game to game or from week to week depending on injuries, things like that. But, we have a core. I think that's probably our 4. Those were the 4 players that you mentioned. Christian Hildebrand, Chris Brasher, Justin Leathers, and Quasim Jones were the 4 players in double figures. I think we've got some other players offensively that are capable of scoring in double figures. And on a given night, we're not a 1 or 2 man team that if you shut a particular player down, you can defeat us. And that's good to have that kind of balance on the team.
How many leaders, how many pivotal players, the ones you can count on the clutch, how many do you have?
I don't know how many we have. We'd like to say we've got 12. But, you like for all of them to be pivotal, but that's not possible on a basketball team. Like it's not possible to play 12 players every game or every half. So some players will play more, some will play less, and every player will have a different role. I think Justin Leathers, Quasim Jones are definitely guys that we're going to rely on to go out and get shots every game and score points for us. Chris Brasher is a kind of a guy who's his offensive point production is probably going to come from his 3-point shooting and from his free throw shooting. And then Christian Hildebrand, what a breakout freshman game for him. First time on a college floor in a college game, and he goes for 13 points and 11 rebounds and gets a double-double in his first game with 3 dunks.
Yeah.
So, pretty impressive opening and debut for Christian.
What's the season look like for you? I know this is just the very beginning. Do you have any feel for the other teams in the conference and the other schedule?
Oh yeah, as far as our schedule is concerned, it may be the toughest schedule we've ever had. We're leaving. We go to Iowa Western. We get Des Moines area on Saturday. We get Iowa Western on Friday. Iowa Western is usually one of the top Division I teams in Iowa. Des Moines area and Kirkwood are usually the top two in Iowa Division II. One of those two usually go to national tournament every year. And then we follow that up with region games with Brown Mackey and Heston. Then we go to Hutchinson for a classic and play Central Nebraska and Murray State out of Oklahoma, both Division I schools. We come back, get Penn Valley again on the road. Finish up right before Christmas with Brown Mackey and Heston, 2 region games again. Then we've also got Seward County, which was picked to win the West in the Jayhawk Conference this year, and West Plains out of Missouri, which was pretty much number 1 in Division I all last year. So non-conference schedule is just really, really hard. But we think it's one thing that will tell us about our team and who we can really rely on and who can and who can't at this level.
And the more you're pushed, the better they play. The more they raise the
level.
level.
Competition should help them improve.
Sounds great. Well, looking forward to a great season this year, Coach.
Thanks a lot.
That's Cavalier Sports Report. I'm your host, Chris Wright.